Yo, what the hell? I'm so sorry. Hi guys. So this is my first video, so you might not know me, but my name is Kenny. Literally. Okay. So anyways, for my first video, okay wait, no, I'm gonna blabber a bit, but I'm going to tell you guys why I am making a video. Is because I actually got myself a Premiere Pro, and I really like to practice on it, and I thought, oh, why not, while we're at it, make a YouTube video. And this is so embarrassing anyway. Whew. Okay, anyway, this is also a huge step for me to get out of my comfort zone. So let's try. Okay, anyways, speaking of comfort zones, this video is about getting out of your comfort zone. Basically, to those who are not, you don't read much. Maybe you want to start reading, but it's hard. Because like just opening a book and you're already gonna like end up dozing off. I do not know how to pronounce that. Anyways, so I am going to help you. Okay, so I am going to, this is also going to be a review on the books, my favorite book, actually. Okay, so I started, let's have a little bit of throwback to how I started reading and how I end up loving all the books and all the shit. So funny. Okay, anyways, I started reading when I was in high school. My sister actually has a lot of books, and at that time I started reading all these labels, which at that time to me they were like super good. Like you learn a lot of things from them, but these days, no offense, but I do not enjoy Malay books anymore with all the cliche romance, which is good. I am actually a fan of cliche romance, but those Malay books are just not my forte. Anyways, okay, so I started, my first book was actually, you know, by then you could buy those scholastic books, and there was this witch book, and it was so cute, so I got that for the cover. But after that, I love reading, and no, I still do. I love fantasy books a lot, and so out of topic. Okay, so let's just go back to where we were studying. So my brother is not a fan of reading, but since I usually would tell him to read a lot of books, but he kind of just doesn't end up finishing them. So what I gave him was Mitch Albom. So that's actually our first, that's the book I'm going to tell you about, that why you should read it, and how if you're not a fan of reading, you're gonna end up loving, and you're gonna end up wanting to read more. So that's how we are going to start your journey and my first video. So actually the first book I started off for Mitch Albom, and I would recommend, because you can actually finish this in a day. Even if you are not a fan of reading, you are gonna end up finishing this very, very fast and early, because it's so good. And actually it's because I am choosing Mitch Albom for your first book, is because it's actually because the words that Mitch portrays, Albom portrays in his writing, is very, very simple. It's simple vocabulary, simple English, where you can easily understand what he is actually trying to tell in his storyline. Okay, so I am actually a huge fan of him, that I kind of okay, have like about like all his books. Yes, I have all his books. But you do not need to get all of his books, but trust me when I tell you, once you read one of his books, you are going to want to get all of them. So the first book I would recommend for you to start, okay, is Morie. So this book, okay, this is actually not Mitch's first book. It is not his first book, and also it is not the book where that everyone has heard about. Okay, it is not the 5 people you meet in heaven. It is not the Tuesdays with Morie, which if you're a fan of reading, you know, you would obviously hear of those books because everyone speaks about it because they are so good. But this is his other book, which I recommend to be your first read. So the reason that this book should be your first read is because it is so light. It is such a light read. I finished this in about 5 hours, I think. I do not know. I did not stop. I just went on and cried myself. Okay, so the first reason why Morie should be your first read is because it is actually a story about a guy and his mom. So if you're a fan into romantic readings, Mitch Albom has that, but for Morie, it's not focusing on that type of love. It is motherly love, and oh my god, after reading this, I wanted to hug and kiss my mom so badly because god. So this for me is the best first read. But was this the first book I told my brother to read? It is actually not. The first book my brother read of Mitch Albom. Wait, actually no, this is it. I am so sorry, this is it. I told my brother to read Morie, and after he read Morie, he wanted more Mitch Albom books. So the second book I gave him was Mitch Albom's. It's not his latest book anymore, but it was in the category of being latest. It was The Magic Strings of Frankie, Presto, and that book I cannot show you. Just imagine that it's here because I left that at my uni, and right now it's midterm and I'm back home, so I don't have that book, but it is there. And that book is, oh my god, okay, it is just so great. It's the love for music. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting so excited. I'm so sorry. Okay, Mitch Albom, the way he writes, it's just so magical. There's something weird about it, you know. It just gets you reading, and not you are in his world. He puts you in his world. So I do recommend Mitch Albom as your first book if you are going to start reading, and you are not gonna regret that. Cause dear god, I bought all of his books, so yeah, I don't know. But yes, so the next book, if you are actually starting to get interested in reading after my stupid video here, is The Timekeeper. So actually for Mitch Albom, this is the first book I read. This is the first book, and then I went on and read Morie. But this is the first book. So honestly, my Mitch Albom books are not actually mine. My sister has a friend who is in love with Mitch Albom, and she gave all the books to me. So at first when I am not a fan of not fantasy books. I mean, that was before I was a huge fantasy nerd. I only read those books. But then after Mitch Albom came along, I love it. So anyways, The Timekeeper. So if you are someone who is dwelling on your life Yes, your lifeline, like the time you have been alive, like what should you do? Oh my god, it's so wasteful. Like I don't want to do this anymore. Like what comes after? Like what about when I get older? Just read this book and you will surely appreciate the time you have. It's so good. Like I want to tell you guys how the story goes, but that's such a spoiler. So all I'm doing now in this video is recommending what you should read and why you should read it. But yeah, oh my god, there's a price tag, please ignore that. This is so my favorite Mitch Albom book. If you have that question, I don't think you do, but I'm going to answer that nonetheless, would be for Morie. And it's light, it's easy to understand, and I've read it like 3 times. So please enjoy Mitch Albom if you could. And you're just starting, so hence why I recommend you start with a book that is not too sophisticated. Yes, it's fun. We're back. So sorry, my camera just stopped. What was I saying? Okay, so all in all, for example, my brother, he only reads books like Mitch Albom and everything. I tried fantasy on him, not his cup of tea. So it all depends on you. If you want to try, but do not miss out on the books Mitch Albom writes, okay? Because they're so good, they teach you something. And if you're a person who questions like, why is the world so cruel, he answers them. No, people are not cruel, people are not evil, they're not mean, people are just missing something from their lives. So please do visit your nearest bookstore, or for my country, but I think they expand it to a lot of other countries, that we have the Big Bad Wolf. So Big Bad Wolf actually has like a lot of Mitch Albom books, because Mitch Albom has published in quite few years back, so they're gonna have his books. So please do reach out for one. This is actually the sequel to The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. That is the next person you meet in heaven after The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. God, I love that. Love. I swear I cannot with this. I cried. Okay, easy to say, I cried at all Mitch Albom books. And I was even planning to, but I ended up crying. So please, I don't know, maybe because I'm such a wimp that I cry, but I don't know, I just think that it's such a good writer. Oh, also, please do not forget to try Tuesdays with Morie. It is his only non-fiction book. This is actually based on a real life. So if you're a fan of non-fiction, or if you want to start reading non-fiction, you could try Tuesdays with Morie, because well, yeah, it's Mitch Albom. I am not gonna explain any of the storylines to this book, because that's just gonna spoil everything. So you guys have to read it by yourself on your own and understand why I'm such a huge fan of him, and why, dear God, everyone should start trying Mitch Albom, okay? So please help yourself to start reading. And if you are a reader and you're watching this because what is this gonna do? I'm gonna click and try. I'm gonna click and see, watch it. Okay, so if you have never read Mitch Albom either, you should try it. It is so good. If you like non-fiction books, he has Tuesday with Morie, and if you like fiction books, he has all these other books. Okay, so please do try to read, and I hope after trying this that it will get you to read a lot more. Because I don't know, but I have, since I was young, I feel like the key to understanding people better, understanding the world, is reading, because it opens up a part of your brain actually that helps you just lets you understand more. Even though it's fantasy, saying you are reading a fantasy book because you're a fan of fantasy, of sci-fi books or horror books, reading is something different than watching a movie or a series. reading is so different. Okay, it makes you have to imagine what you're reading. So that's just my point of view of why people should start reading more. And I know a lot of people do read, but I'm not saying everyone does. So hence, if you're that percentage of people who are not reading, please do. Okay. So thank you for viewing my first video, even though it was ridiculous. Get that Harry Potter reference? I'm kidding. Stop. Oh my god. Thank you for viewing my first video. This takes me a lot of guts to actually start doing this, because looking at the camera and saying something is really weird, guys. I do not know how YouTubers do this, but yeah, I'm trying. So if you're watching this and you actually like my dumb whatever is going on here, please do subscribe. Oh my god, I got to say that. Please do subscribe. And I would tell you to follow my social media, but for now I am not going to share, because kind of suck at my social media right now. I don't want people I know to actually know I'm doing this, but it's in public, so they would know, they would see this by then. So anyways, please do subscribe, and I hope this video actually helps you a lot, and I hope that with this people will start reading more and a lot of things. So yeah, I'll probably see you guys when I feel like doing this again, because I'm going back to my uni, and I don't know if I could record there. My roommate would be like, what the hell are you doing, right? So let's just stop here for now. So see you guys soon, hopefully in my next video. Thank you, bye.